Hey everyone, it's Suzi here, and today we're playing King Arthur Legends Rise. For today's video, I want to showcase beating these damn terrible boars in Grave of Swords, the special event for the Guinevere hero dungeon. So I forget that this doesn't remember what you use to do stuff. So now I have to remember what I use to do stuff. Why does this game do that? It doesn't make any sense. I don't remember. You know what? It was this. Okay. I'm pretty sure this was the team I used to beat this last night. So I kind of wanted to showcase the threshold of what I had to do with my heroes, with my account, with the gear, with the whatever, to get to this point, because I definitely struggled. So first of all, if anyone is working on this hero dungeon event, and it's hard, yes, it is. Don't stress it. I'm only gonna farm stage 4 because this one is not farmable for me yet. The one afterward was just as hard. I didn't even keep trying after I started. I was like, hell no. And if you're a new player with global launch, this should not even be remotely possible for you, and that's okay. This event was definitely intended to please the players that have been playing since early access, because we've been begging for new heroes, new content, new whatever, because people are bored already after a month. This was just to please the people that have been playing for a month and spending and have nothing to do. Honestly, that's the truth. I think that's why they did this, because it makes no sense for a brand new account to even try any of this within the first 2 weeks. This is way too hard. So if you're stuck, it's okay. Just ignore it, pretend it doesn't exist, and you'll be better off. But if you want to see what I used to beat the steel tooth boars, well, I'm gonna try to do it again and see what happens, and probably fail, but we're gonna try. But if I made this video, I must have succeeded or I wouldn't have posted it. Okay, let's go. So these stupid boars, you get 4 boars that are like the same, honestly. The difference is they put, they all put defense decrease on you, which is terrible, of course. They add confusion, which is really bad, because then you start attacking yourself, your own team. They also stun. So you really have to control the boars and not let them go, ideally. Or just kill them very quickly, which is not easy because they're very tanky. So I found that, okay, they are storm element, right? And guess what? Who's suggested for this event? Lancelot, who is flame relic as far as what he comes with, I should say. So I think this is a wave that was intended for Lancelot. They're tanky boars. You need damage over time for super tanky things. I just really think this was a wave made for Lancelot. So I took my Lancelot to 6-star, level 59 or whatever the hell I did, 55, something like that. And yeah, so there's also this little quirk here. If the target is a flame element, charges attack gauge by 100% and triggers skill 1. So when this guy goes, he just goes again. Same thing. Okay, whatever. When using skill 3, they all trigger their basic skill. These guys are rough. And this one, if the target is storm element, he charges. If the target is storm element, he charges. And the first one was frost element. So if you have multiple storm element heroes, you're kind of screwed, which is weird. But 1 for frost, 1 for flame. I don't know. It's a strange, complicated wave, but I guess that's good, right? At the end of the day, something really hard to troubleshoot is kind of needed in these games. So I'm going to go through and manually beat this if I can, so I can show you guys what I did. So I have Morgan is C4 now because I used my extra chivalry thing on her to get her to C3, and then I got another copy of her. So she's supposed to be AoE defense down, right? It's not. That's the second skill is AoE damage. but I've only seen it land on one hero every single time. The first hero she attacks. So I've heard a lot of people talk so highly about Morgan's C3 because everyone's excited to make it an AoE as well. No matter what skill you use, you land defense down, but it does not land AoE. I mean, I don't know if I'm just extremely unlucky, but I've used her a lot since the C3, and I tried this battle 100 times, and never once did it go on 2 heroes. So that's just a little bit of word of warning. If you're expecting Morgan's second skill to place the defense down on everybody, it does not. It definitely does not. But it's still amazing to be able to use any of her skills and get a defense down, so it's still a win. All right, so I went AoE, AoE, AoE as much as possible here. And same thing here with Clementine. She is going to do this, which looks like it's only attacking one hero, but it's her passive that allows, let's see. So whenever you use skill 3, it charges her attack gauge, and then she triggers futures to come, where she attacks all enemies 4 times. 60% to trigger it, though. Only 60%, so you could get unlucky. And then she reduces their attack gauge as well. So this is a really cool thing. You hope to get lucky on the first hit. Let's see if we do. And we did. Boom. That helps. So this one I definitely had to RNG until things went my way a little bit better. Look, I attack the second guy. He gets the defense down, as you could see there. No one else got it yet again from Morgan. So she is not a true AoE defense down with her Chivalry 3, unless there's some other aspect of that that I'm missing that I need to go back and reread. To make that happen, we're all missing something otherwise, unfortunately. But at least it triggers on one. It's fine. Okay, so we don't really need to heal right now with Clementine. So I'm going to AoE. Again, hopefully, nope. See, that time I did not trigger, unfortunately. So let's just see right here. See, attacks all enemies 3 times. I really should... It doesn't say, like, attacks one enemy, then attacks other enemies. It just says attacks all enemies. I should have went to someone else with that. It's fine. But yeah, I'm just trying to get as many burns as I can. So I'm using Anguish with his burn artifact as well. Should have used... should have not used Anguish, apparently, and saved that for Lancelot. Okay. But, okay, the boars are going to go anyway, so I'm just going to do it. Anything we can do to possibly take them down. But see, now I'm not able to make this happen with Lancelot every time, so I do got to start saving. I just worry that this is going to happen and they get taken out anyways, so I'm trying to use anything you possibly can. It's pretty rough, honestly. Okay. Just AoE, hopefully get lucky with Clementine's passive, but not every time. But a couple times, and it definitely helps. If you can turn meter control the bosses, it's huge. Okay, so I'm actually going to use his AoE, and then Morgan, I can use her basic if I need to. I want to make sure Lancelot can use his AoE, so I'm just going to use her. Actually, oh, I would have been fine with the first one. It's fine. Ah, why did Lancelot not go? Oh, he's stunned. That was stupid. I should have used her AoE. It's okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. But I was using Sarah, and she kept dying for me when she was, Storm Element. As you can see, my Clementine's died. Everyone's dying now. It's getting really scary. So this is just a little bit of RNG, guys, honestly. Like, this is something that might take you a few tries. Boom, we got one guy down. Oh, this is so close. We could die still at any moment. These boars are evil. But more flame, or more burn, more burn, more burn. More defense down. Go, go, go. Luckily, Morgan also drops turn meter a lot, or sorry, attack gauge a lot as well. So that can be huge. Oh boy. Come on. Can we get someone knocked out at least? Oh, we're so close. We got this. We got this. Come on. Don't kill everybody, please. Oh god. Look at this one boar left. Come on. He's gonna tick with that burn. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, we got it. We got it. That's what it took, guys. That was rough. So, battle stats. Alright, you can see Lancelot, damage dealt, Morgan, damage dealt, Anguish really did do most of the AoE burns, so I'm not surprised that he did the most damage. Plus, he brings that bleed as well. So I did have Anguish use his third skill way more than Lancelot, right? So you can see here that that makes sense. He used his skill 8 times, Lancelot only 3 times. Morgan, we kept using her second skill or the first. And for Clementine, we just kept using her second skill, and I didn't even heal with Clementine. I might not have died if I used her heal once. Don't forget to heal with your healer, guys. Just saying. It's fine. But I somehow did it. But you see, that was no healing. Just pure, I want to say control, but there was no control. Just damage over time. The other thing that got me really close was trying to use, like, Merlin with his freeze. I got pretty close, but he's the wrong element because I only have the frost relic. So, okay, that was the battle, but can I farm that one? No. It's just too inconsistent. Definitely not farmable yet, unless I really beef somebody's damage up to where that becomes more reliable, which I'm not stressing on. So I'm only farming 4, and then when I farm 4, I put in like everybody I can pretty much, which I seem to be okay. Lancelot becomes the main damage. Merlin brings a little, plus he adds the percentage. Sarah and Gwyn, I just go ahead and use them for this farming of 4, and that ended up being okay so far. I've got 29,000 now. Still nowhere near enough to do all the stuff in the shop. Haven't bought anything yet. It's a rough event for most accounts. All right, so let me go ahead and show you my characters so you can again see what I had to do in order to make this happen. So I have Morgan at C4. So you could see here, this is a pretty nice set of stuff here. It actually adds more attack gauge decrease here as well. When an ally an ally attacks an enemy with an abnormal status. So that's pretty cool, right? I like that. So changes Squall of Thorns activation condition to when attacking. This is her Chivalry 3. So Squall of Thorns is, oh wait, that's the first one, isn't it? No. Haha. When using a skill, inflicts defense decrease 2 for 1 turn. It doesn't say on all heroes though, so I guess that's part of it. Number of defense decrease turns +1, number of damage taken turns +1. Yeah, it technically doesn't say that it's gonna go with the skill of the relic, right? Like, this is an AoE skill, but it just says it inflicts it. You think that should inflict it as an AoE then? It doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't. But it's still good. It's still really nice to have. So yeah, again, Morgan, just C4, and you can see that here as well. I have 1 skill. Oh, I did 2 skills for Morgan, because she's the main serpent hero at the legendary that I've been using. So anything, I want to max her out in general. She's such a good hero. Started working on her, but she's only awakened 3. Nothing crazy there. In level 59. Her equipment is here. So we have the crit rate is really low. She's not set to do that much damage, unfortunately. Oh, her accuracy is so low. This is a terrible build. Her accuracy needs to be higher, and her crit rate needs to be higher, but that's a lot because I had to try to get the best attack speed out of her as I could. Because she places defense down, you want to make sure she's going first to place defense down on the enemy before your damage dealer goes, right? That makes sense. Logic. Yeah. And then if you want to see the other form of stats, here you go. You can see a little bit more detail here. If there's any other things you typically like to see, I haven't really focused other stuff. It's kind of, she's just in random. Everyone up for me is in somewhat random gear. Like, not a single person is like, okay, this has all the stats I want, this has all the stats I want, this is all the stats I want. No one. Trust me. It's a grind. And yeah, her relic is level 45, 5-star, no awakenings, no skills. Okay, so I used Anguish in his flame relic, which for me is level 30, 4-star, but no skill ups or awakenings as well. His gear was vigor and accuracy, and he's 154 speed, so he's pretty solid. he's definitely an okay build. 45 accuracy is okay because he boosts his own accuracy. So I didn't seem to have any trouble landing stuff as well. Here is the other way to view. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. So I had trouble getting him fast enough for Gorgos. When it was either he's too fast or too slow. So I really had to boost my Merlin. It was really a struggle re-gearing him. So his gear is not the best. He does have 2 skills in his passives as well. Oh wait, and I guess Chivalry. He's my very first Chivalry 10 because I put lots of extra into him. You really want to get that Chivalry 8. Go right ahead, don't feel wasteful. He is great. On, again, skills, I did start what I could to start leveling his skills because he's one of the main characters I use on my account. And yeah, I think that is Merlin. Or Merlin. Anguish. 4-star awakened as well. But no one for me is fully awakened. It's sad. It's fine. She's not in this. Lancelot. So I actually just pulled another copy of Lancelot. So he is now C2. I pulled 2 copies of Lancelot in my last summoning videos. Spoiler alert. So he adds extra chance to remove all debuffs from himself and takes the damage taken decrease 1. And then this is extra accuracy and effect resistance for his second. I have no skills into him. He is level 55, 6-star, and 3 awakenings. For his stats here, we have pretty low attack speed, all things considered, but he's kind of randomly built and no accuracy. Oh god, don't look at that. No, that's bad. Definitely don't copy our builds always, guys. I'm just being blunt here. He's in whatever random vigor gear I had at the time, and I never boosted the accuracy. I mean, luckily I didn't end up using his burns as much as I did Anguish, so it's okay, but that's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, but yeah, he is in a vigor and whatever. As you can see, I still have mostly 4-star gear. Nothing fancy, unfortunately. And for a relic, I do only have his relic at level 20. 3-star, no skills, no awakenings, right? It's okay. And then Clementine was my healer with her flame relic as well. So she only level 23, 3-star, no levels and no awakenings for her flame relic. Equipment wise, I do have her in vigor and counter attack. I have her in counter attack because I use her for Penvid. Anyone that you're using against Penvid is just an extra chance to get extra hits on the board to take out the shield. So I think everyone in your Penvid team should have a counter attack set on. Super helpful. She's pretty solid though overall. I really like her. She's so much fun. I think she's a bit slow for me. I'm not saying my gear is solid for her. No, she's only 120 speed. Oh god. I've swapped gear around so much lately that I don't even want to know what's on some of these heroes, and it's probably pretty embarrassing. I hardly have... Okay, I have a decent bit of extra recovery. That's nice to see, but nothing fancy at all, as you can see by my account. I'm very, I guess you'd say, relatable in the sense of my account's not perfect. I'm not full of 5-star, 6-star gear. All my heroes aren't fully awakened, and their relics have no awakenings on them practically. So hopefully that helps feel a little bit more relatable. But yeah, I'd love to continue getting her more maxed out as well, but she is only C5. Again, I do have 1 skill on her, awakening 3, and yeah. So that was my team, guys. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.